That was it. That was literally it. We just needed to take a break and recalibrate our energy.
BUSSANUH. Think about everything in the port.
Busted and Nort.
BUSSANUH.
Welcome to today's Pray podcast. Wow. The power of
how can a guy do something so good, have such a great idea, and then, I mean, maybe not ruin it, but almost ruin it.
No, I don't think you ruined it at all.
Think about everything in the port. Think about busting a Nort.
I think it was a great word.
Have you ever busted a Nort? I think that's like when you're a Viking and you're busting a nut.
When you're
I'm busting a Nordic.
when you're typing, when you're like carving in some runes on your Viking hatchet all day long, and your Iron Maiden comes through and starts sucking you, that's when you bust a Nort.
Oh yeah.
She's wearing her fucking Viking helmet that has like two bull horns on the side, and the top's made of metal that she forged herself.
Oh yeah.
That's when you bust a Nort.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think so.
Do you know what I mean?
I think I'm picking up what you're putting down,
Yeah.
but I just never busted a Nort.
Well, we're too young to be ancestry of Vikings, buddy.
We're too young to be ancestry of Vikings.
Yeah. We're too young. If
Do you hear yourself?
Listen, yeah, I know exactly what I'm saying.
So you think no one from the Netherlands is ancestry of Vikings?
Not until they're 40.
Regardless of their age?
Not until they're 40. Everybody.
So their ancestral tree changes once you turn 40?
Yes, because in Viking heritage, if you are a Viking, you cannot become a man until you're 40 and you've killed a grizzly bear.
There's no grizzly bears.
So even if you have Viking blood running through your veins, if you haven't killed a grizzly bear and if you're not 40 years old, you don't get to call yourself a goddamn Viking.
You know, at first I was going to say, like, listen, man, there's no grizzly bears in the Netherlands. But
You are the grizzly bear
That's
expert.
literally why they came and sailed to America. They were the first ones in America.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Vikings were.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you been in 5th grade?
No, I wasn't questioning you.
I saw you smile, though.
I smiled just because I'm listening to this interesting fact from my friend.
Yeah. They were the first ones here. Everyone thinks it was the Native Americans or Christopher Columbus, but it was actually the Vikings.
Do you know why the Vikings traveled from Scotland and Iceland to get to America?
I don't think it was from Scotland, but
Do you know why the Vikings traveled and ended up in America first?
they were looking for the grizzly bear so they could turn to men. Nobody was a man yet. Every single Viking was a woman until they fought a grizzly bear.
The Vikings were trying to find the beast, the grizzly bear.
Yeah, which they didn't know was the beast yet.
They had to travel all of the 7 continents. At the time, it was only 4. They got to America and found the grizzly bear.
Grizzly.
They used to call it grizzly instead of grizzly.
Yeah, because it tasted grizzly once they beat him to death.
Us Westerners have kind of made sounds into Z's, but it's just
Because we're lazy.
It
used to be called lacy.
It's an internet culture thing. Vikings didn't have internet.
Wait a second. How did they travel so far without
Viking ships.
what? They didn't have Bluetooth?
No, dude.
Wait, hold on a second. Side quest real quick. Side Viking quest real quick. Did you know Bluetooth has nothing to do with Wi-Fi? They're just buttons next to each other on your phone. That's the only relevance they have to each other.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, you like thought it was the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is weird that there's 2 different kind of wireless connections, but yeah, definitely Vikings didn't have Bluetooth or Wi-Fi.
How'd they get there?
They used their Viking ships, set sail over the 7 seas, come to America, manually.
Like a clock?
Just like a clock.
Like a manual clock?
They rowed with their oars, and they got to America by hand, not wirelessly.
Like a clock?
Like a clock.
Hand like a clock?
Yeah. Isn't it nuts that these amazing Viking teenagers came to America, killed their first grizzlies, and became a man?
They were real analog men, weren't they?
They were analog men, yes.
Analog men. They were not digital men. We are digital men. They were analog men.
Me and you are pussies with our digital fingers.
Dude, imagine how muscular Vikings' fingers were compared to ours.
Oh, look how digital mine is. Yeah. You're almost as digital as me. Beep bop.
We are pussies, aren't we?
Yeah. Compared to Vikings who killed grizzlies.
And each other.
Yeah.
And pillaged and raped.
Ignored it all over each other.
I haven't raped once.
Yeah, that's an outdated thing.
Thank God.
Yeah. I mean, I'm saying like them just doing that all the time. That's outdated. Rapes still happen, dude. Like it's a serious thing.
Really? I thought that was like. I just didn't think that still happened much.
I think they did it in groups as Vikings.
Oh,
that's why it was like you didn't pillage.
Now they do it in groups consensually.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Which is a lot. That's a lot more pleasurable, I'd say, for the opposing.
Yeah, it's a good thing now.
Yeah.
Well, rape isn't a good thing, but consensual group sex is supposedly a good thing.
I will never experience it.
Me either.
I mean, I might accidentally walk by a house that is having consensual group sex and they left the window open and I will like
peek in.
No, I don't think I will peek in house.
Yeah.
That is a.
You want Pizza Hut house either?
No, I will not Pizza Al house.
Yeah.
I probably won't.
Probably won't McDonald's house either.
No, probably not.
But you'll definitely not peek in house.
I probably won't Baconator.
Yeah, the house.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even catch a little glimpse of the orgy happening inside the house.
I was waiting for a food reference and nothing happened. And
yeah. I mean,
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
You're not gonna talk about it when you go home.
I might get Taco Bell later, but
yeah, I mean, yeah.
I don't think you would peek in on an orgy?
I'll never peeking house. Ever. If there's an orgy going on, never. I'll giggle. But like I think you're misunderstanding how a group sex probably sounds. You're thinking it sounds like this. Oh yeah. Oh, this is the best. Oh yeah. No, it sounds like a war going on.
0 to 100.
It sounds like a Viking raping and pillaging.
100 shots.
Except it's consensual.
You my best friend.
And they just say that over and over again.
They're having sex and like, you're my best friend.
Yeah. Because that's like, they're not going to say they love each other because it is group sex and you can't fall in love in an orgy. That is actually a law.
It's a law made by who?
The orgiers. Like, they don't want anyone to catch feelings. That's why it's happening.
Yeah.
Because the people that like, okay, let's say you take your significant other with you to an orgy. You can't say that to another person, and you don't want to say that in general at all because it's just going to make everyone else either jealous or uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Or jealous and uncomfortable. It's just a whole mess. Just don't do that. If you have a significant other, don't do it. And if you're alone and lonely, don't even think about it because it'll just make you more miserable.
Yeah, like
turn off the podcast.
If you're an alone guy and you're already sad that
you have no one and you're a piece of shit.
Well, it's probably not good to think about orgies because yeah, you're right. Because if you're already alone, then you're just thinking about other people loving each other. Probably just makes you feel even more alone.
Okay. If you're alone, that would be a 0%, right? Or let's say 50% of what you want. Because if you're with someone, then it's 100%. But if you're only 50%, that's failing, which is being alone. and an orgy is like 600%.
Yeah, you're not adding anything,
So
buddy. They're already good.
You're skipping just being 100% and dreaming about being 600%. It's not gonna happen.
It's like kicking yourself while you're down.
Yeah,
You ever tried to kick yourself while you're already down?
I can't even kick myself
Physically?
I tried to do butt kicks when I was in soccer. I could never actually reach my butt with my foot.
Really?
Yeah, I got very tight quads.
Yeah. One thing I've noticed about you is your quads are very tight.
Yeah,
You ever thought about stretching?
I've thought about it once or twice.
Nice. That's all you need to do.
Yeah,
Because
it's the thought that counts.
it's the thought that counts. And the more you think about it, the more flexible your body will become. Because when you think about something and you say something out loud, you manifest things.
Mm-hmm. It is time.
It's time for the part of the show where we do some improvisational freestyle rapping.
And if you don't like improvisational freestyle rapping, you should probably skip the next 10 minutes of this podcast.
Or you cannot do that and get fucked.
How about you shove your thumb up your butt and get fucked up?
Go fuck yourself.
How about you doo-doo your pants in public and then you get embarrassed because you couldn't just listen to the improvisational freestyle like that we do?
Yeah, you should listen to today's prey if you don't like it.
And if you don't, doo-doo your pants, baby boy.
Maybe you should suck your own penis.
In public and then get arrested for sucking your own penis, even though your penis was technically in your mouth and was not being shown to other adolescents.
Hit me with the inspirational hat. Alrighty. I'm gonna wait for you to read. I'm gonna wait for you to read it this time. Shake it up good. Shake it up good. Oh, I can feel like mine's a good one. It's a long one. Oh, I got a fucking good one.
I got a good one too.
Read yours first.
Okay, you're gonna read yours right after mine. Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Nunchucks.
Playing basketball. Fuck yeah, dude. This is awesome. Nunchucks and playing basketball. Bring it to me. I'm up inside of your mother.
Your mother.
I'm up inside of your mother.
Your mother.
I'm up inside of your mother. Your mother. I'm up inside of your mother. Yo, yo.
Your mother.
I saw an older lady. She looked at me with a wink, driving a Mercedes. All I was doing was mowing the grass, and then she guided me in, and now I'm mowing that ass. I'm putting in work, putting it in too fast. Now I'm putting in work in my mind, trying not to crash. I'm thinking about all the things inside of my head, like football, like basketball, like dribbling the ball instead. I'm trying not to nut, I'm trying not to bust a load, but all I can think about to prevent that is my free throw. I'm trying to think about basketball, but all I'm really feeling is myself bouncing these balls on your mother.
Your mother.
Your mother's sucking me.
Your mother.
Your mother's fucking me.
Your mother.
I'm up inside of your mother.
Your mother.
Up inside of your mother.
I'm out on the street and I'm swinging around a motherfucking stick while I'm eating some beef. I got a motherfucking bow staff, and your mother looks at me and she says, how about you wipe my ass? And I said, okay. We go inside and she's great. Oh my gosh, it feels so good. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I think about all the things like dead grandmas and everything, but the only thing I can get myself to do to not nut is think of the nunchucks. Think of the ninja way. Think of everything you were taught. Just stay calm in the shadows. Stay calm in the port. Stay calm everywhere. Just don't bust a Nord.
and I'm sure if you thought about it enough,
I see where you're going with this.
you'll be able to kick yourself in the butt.
I see where you're going. Go ahead and friggin' blame me. Go
What?
ahead and do it.
What are you talking about?
Go ahead and blame me. Blame me for you not having a couch.
I wasn't even going to bring it up.
You were bringing it up because you said that I manifested you not having a fucking couch on time. And now you have to play fucking Rocket League while sitting on your coffee table. If you would have put your PS5 in your room, like I said, you wouldn't have this fucking problem.
I'm trying to stay calm. Yes, it is true that
you were saying, I'm going to have a couch. I'm going to have a couch. I'm going to have a couch.
I wasn't done. It is true that me and you met up for a beer on Sunday.
You my best friend.
You spoke, which anybody who believes in manifesting knows that words are spells. You said these words. Your couch won't come because it's getting delivered and it's not going to come.
If you were trying to be verbatim, you made me sound like I was a fucking idiot. It's not gonna come because it's not gonna come.
Well, the thing is, it didn't come. So, who's the real magical wizard of manifesting now, huh? You.
I started getting magical stones and placing them in specific orders.
Why would you want me to? Why would you prevent my couch from being there? I had to play video games on my coffee table.
Here's what I said.
And it's hard, and I had a sore butt. I had sore butt bones afterward from sitting on this hard surface.
This is what
It's like sitting on diamonds.
diamonds, lions, and bears.
It's like sitting on a cave. It's like I'm in a cave.
A cave of dark emotions.
My beautiful home doesn't have a couch because of you.
You're being stalactite right now. So listen.
Can you manifest my couch to come next week, or?
I hope that I manifest it correctly, because I would hate for your couch to come,
I'd love for my couch to come,
but not in your house with someone else cheating on you. But no. So what I actually said was, you were like, I'm going to have a couch. I'm going to have a couch. It's coming on this day. It's coming on this day. And that's what everyone says about their internet when they move. And then the Frontier guy goes, hey, we're going to be there from 2 to 4. And then you wait, and you wait, and you wait, and you wait. And then they call you at 8 o'clock, and they go, hey, by the way, sorry that you waited all day for us. We're not going to make it today. And so I said, wouldn't that suck if that happened? But then I said immediately afterwards, I said, I hope it doesn't. I hope I didn't just jinx it.
And you did.
And I did.
Because you don't know the power of your own words yet.
And yeah. So that's maybe my problem, is I don't understand the power of my words. And you don't know the power of your body, and you physically harm people, and I spiritually harm them.
Do you think that spell-binding literature is something you'd like to look into a little bit more?
Well, I do have this book I haven't opened yet. It's made of human skin.
I think you need to read it. And I think you need to study it. And before you start talking,
I think I need to read it aloud.
Before you start casting these wizardly spells on everybody like your friends and prevent them from getting couches, maybe if you read the Good Skin book, maybe you'll learn a thing or two about magic.
100 shots.
Maybe if I read the Good Skin book. What I'm afraid of is that I read the words out of the Good Skin book, and then my sister has a vine that travels up her leg and into her vagina, and she has black sludge come out of her mouth, and then eventually she comes home, and we think that she is just having a relapse from drugs because she's trying to stop doing drugs, and us and all of our friends are there in a cabin, and she's relapsing from
Your sister's
not taking heroin.
Heroin use.
Yes. And then we think it's just her acting crazy, but really she has a demon inside of her, and
the skin book.
And everyone starts dying in weird ways, and everyone starts getting fucked up, and then we lock her in the basement,
Yeah.
and we open the door for a second to see if she's being normal again, and she goes, "How about you come down here and let me suck your cock, pretty boy?"
Wow, that sounds oddly familiar too.
And that right there is why I'm afraid of reading the Good Skin book.
Yeah.
I
That's an
think
evil
I'd
book.
rather leave it at me saying something out loud and it happening, and not reading the Good Skin book
Yeah.
and my sister becoming possessed and throwing up black sludge.
It's a fact. If you read the skin book made of human skin, your sister will become possessed by a sludge demon and try to suck your dick, pretty boy.
You my best friend.
And that doesn't mean your sister. I'm not saying your sister like your sister. I'm just saying like any like vulnerable
female in a area.
Yeah, like you read that skin book, any vulnerable female is going to get possessed by a sludge demon. Try to suck your dick.
I mean,
pretty boy.
honestly, it could be any feeble teen.
Any feeble teen could get possessed by a sludge demon.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'm never around any teens at all. That is one thing I kind of wish. I hope I'm never around a teen ever.
Here's the only time I would really prefer to be around a teen. I'm laced up. I'm going out to the court. I'm hooping a little bit, dribbling between my legs, going up for layups, and I'm just casually playing by myself. And then my younger brother joins me. He's 20 years old. He comes out. We start getting a little intense. We're playing
Both not teens.
We're not teens yet. I'm saying this is when I love a teen to show up. We're about warmed up. Some fucking teen and his homie are right there trying to play
Male
against
teen.
us.
It's a male teen.
It's a boy.
Yeah.
You know, about 16 years old.
Yeah. Runs like a baby deer.
But he's asking, "Hey, you guys want you two want to play against us too?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. And JC, my younger brother, is like, yeah, let's play, because he's like about that life.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, I gotta play against these teenagers, and I'm thinking I'm not gonna like it. And then my younger brother starts schooling them, and I start elbowing them.
Yeah.
But because they're young and they're trying to like think they're the shit, they're fucking just taking the elbow to the cheek. Bop, bop, bop. I'm just elbowing these kids.
Hell yeah.
And then we win, and they go home crying like little pussies.
Yeah, dude. I would want honestly, I want a very similar thing. Like I want to like
Describe it to me.
the only time I want to ever see a teen ever again is, like I'm thinking about, you know what? I'm going to go out to the yard today and
The prison yard or the home yard?
prison yard. So I'm going out to the prison yard and I'm like, dude, I need to assemble this football team.
I'm on 100.
Right? I need to assemble a football team, because we're about to play the guards. So I go out there and I see like all the black guys playing basketball. I was like, okay, these guys are good athletes.
Yeah.
These guys can ball, they can jump, they can run, they can do anything.
Naturally good.
They're just naturally good at sports, regardless of color, but most of them are black.
Yeah.
And they may have played professional or college sports at some time.
But they're just good at basketball.
They're just great at basketball. And I go over there and I'm
But
like,
they don't. The reason they're good at basketball, and they're good at basketball, it's because they're playing basketball on the court. They don't want to play in the dirty field you haven't even set up yet.
no, doesn't even have a basket.
Yeah. So they're just
So
playing
I'm
basketball.
over there, dude. I'm over there, and I'm like, "Hey, I'll play you 1-on-1."
Yeah. How's it go?
And so, like,
And you hope a teenager shows up?
He's throwing elbows,
Yeah.
and then there's a guy over there. He's like, "Hey, man, you want a cheeseburger?
We need ages here.
You want a cheeseburger?" And he's like, "No, I'm good. How'd you get that cheeseburger in here?"
A 16-year-old
And then-
cheeseburger?
So then, I'm still playing basketball, and I'm just getting beat all to hell. And then all the guys are laughing at me except for one guy. He's like, "Hey, man, I respect you. I'll play running back."
Y'all need a running back?
And then the guy with the cheeseburger says, "Yeah, I'll play too, because like I got cheeseburgers. We all need fuel."
Okay. That has nothing to do with you being around teenagers.
Yeah, I forgot about that part.
You just got hung up in your own mystical world of prison rules, huh?
Yeah,
Sounds like a really weird fantasy to me.
I've always wanted to go to prison, just so I could say I was the guy that did that, like Adam Sandler. I'm sorry that it had nothing to do with teens, but
Yeah. No. Adam Sandler isn't a teenager, but that's okay.
he was once.
Yeah, for like 8 years. That's it. That's it.
8 years?
Yeah.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Yeah. 20 But no, dude.
But then, like, I get out of prison eventually, and then I have a family, and then one of the kids that we have, me and my wife, we have a kid, and eventually they turn into a teenager, and then
that's the teenager
then they
situation.
go to juvie,
Yeah.
and then they go and play basketball with the guy that has the cheeseburgers and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a rejuvenation.
So here's the Longest Yard, the movie you're describing, is a great movie.
What?
It's a movie. They already made the movie.
That's just prison.
You even said Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler isn't in every single prison. Anyway.
He's in Hazleton.
No, he's not. He's an actor. He doesn't act. He doesn't act in prisons all the time. He only acted.
It was
in
a
prison
documentary.
once. It wasn't. It was maybe a shockumentary, but it wasn't a documentary.
Stupid. Keep going. Tell me what you were going to say.
At the end of that movie, you know, the Mean Machine, that football team, is playing against the guards.
Yeah.
And the warden like gets Adam Sandler to the side, and doesn't he say something like, "Hey, if you throw this game, we'll let you go for free, or we'll let you out of prison."
Yeah, something like that. Like, hey, if
Adam Sandler still wins the game on purpose, that would never happen. If you had a chance to get out of prison, you would go, "Okay, this is a silly football game. I'm out of prison."
And but honestly, what would you throw? Like, what would be the minimum you throw a game for? I'd throw a game for like, hey, you're not going to get out of prison like anytime soon, like probably ever. But if you throw this game, we'll give you a milkshake once a week, chocolate milkshake from Sonic. It's even the thick kind that I don't like. I know everybody's like, oh, Sonic milkshakes are so great. Every Sonic milkshake I ever had, you couldn't suck it through the straw. And maybe that's my lack of, I have a horrible sucking ability.
It's true. But I got your back.
Kind of a known
Fuck
thing.
Sonic.
Dude, fuck Sonic.
I never get milkshakes anyway.
Why do they got to wear roller skates?
Why do they got to put nerds in their milkshakes?
Oh, yeah. They had half-assed good commercials. But yeah, it's like,
I was watching this show recently called Blackbird. Have you heard of it? Basically, it's about a very cool Coke dealer. He's very cool. Everybody likes him.
why is he cool?
He's just cool. Everybody likes him.
Why is he cool? Give me some character traits.
I don't know. He just has a lot of money. That's why people like him, I guess.
That's all it takes to be cool?
You're not letting me finish.
Sorry.
He's just a cool guy. They set it up for him to be a cool guy, a likable guy.
Like pre-movie, he was cool.
Yeah,
before the
he's a
movie.
cool guy, but he gets busted. They throw him in jail. He thinks he's only going to get a couple years. He ends up getting a lot of years. So what they do is they say, "Hey, we'll get you out of jail if you can get a confession from this really psycho killer over here at this prison. If you get in, we transfer you. You get in this prison. You get the confession. You're out." And we know you can do it because you're cool. Literally what they tell them. They say, you're a cool fucking guy. Everybody likes you. If you can get this out of this fucking whack job, we're going to let you out.
They literally say cool.
Yeah.
Huh.
He's cool as beans, man.
He can keep his cool under pressure.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
He can keep his cool while he's eating lemon pepper.
Uh-huh. Let's say you're in that position. You're a cool coke dealer. Cool as fuck. You get thrown in jail.
That's not cool.
But they say, hey, they're going to put you in the psych ward. You have to get this guy to confess. You're gonna take your 10 years, or are you gonna try to get this guy to confess? And because of the psych ward, they're gonna be trying to do all kinds of crazy shit. You get in one fight, you might get more time added on.
Well, if you're working with the government, they're probably not going to add on years because you're trying to do what they say. You're probably going to get a little bit of leniency. Maybe. Of course they are.
Not in this show.
They say, hey, we're going to put you over here with the crazies. But if you do anything halfway bad, we're going to keep you in there with the crazies, even though you're trying to help us out.
Yeah. That's the risk.
That's the dumbest
You
show
risk going
ever.
over there, schwoozing the psycho guy, get it done in 6 months, and then you're out. Or you risk maybe doing 12 years instead of 10.
That doesn't make any sense.
Answer the question. I set up the rules. I'll figure it out.
Figured out.
Figure it out, man.
So you're saying basically the guy's going to be in longer because he made a bad decision?
I'm saying, what would you do? You, Poppy, with the blue outfit. What would you do?
What's up? I went to Maui. Nothing.
You wouldn't.
I probably
You
wouldn't.
take the 10 years. You wouldn't go try to swooze the psycho.
Probably not. Because if they're because cool guys don't go to prison.
This guy was cool.
He
It
was.
showed him having sex with a waitress.
Are you kidding me? How do you even pick up a bartender or a waitress?
That's how cool he is.
He's so cool. He had sex with the waitress at the diner.
They show him making a protein shake.
Making plow.
One scene he's having sex. The next scene he's making a green protein shake.
He's breading the chicken.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so are you?
So no, I'm not working for the government that put me in jail. No. Because you said there's more likely if I do anything against the rules of the place I'm going to get a confession out of them, then I'm going to stay there longer? That's ridiculous.
So you're just going to take the 10 years?
Yeah, because I know that there's no way of getting him to confess anything without doing some sort of wrong in there. That's how the show goes.
You just got to be cool. You got to be cool. So I would take the deal.
Here's here's what I would do. Okay, I would take the deal. Okay, I'll do it. Okay. Jeez. And get off my back here. So I'd take the deal and I'd go in there.
Okay.
And I kind of gotta act a little crazy because I'm in a psych ward and there's freaking Crazy Fred over there.
Okay.
And Crazy Fred's doing this.
He's not just crazy. He's psycho.
Okay, Psycho Bill. So Psycho Bill's over there. And he's eating his freaking potatoes with his hands without it's still steaming. The potato's still steaming.
Gross.
And he just likes the way it feels on his hands because it's burning him. And he's like, and I go over there and I'm like, hey, they call you Psycho Bill. Like that. And Psycho Bill. He's like that.
Yeah.
And then so I'm like, Psycho Bill.
Okay.
You
said hey to him a lot. What's the next thing that happens?
I'm trying to tell you.
Spit it out, man.
I'm like, Psycho Bill. You know me. I'm cool. I'm Joe Cool.
that.
Would you, you can trust me. What'd you do to get in here? Psycho Bill? And then he'd tell me because I'm so fucking cool. And he would never suspect a thing.
Yeah, you're right.
Me just saying hi to him and gaining his trust immediately by doing a similar tick that he does.
Yeah. That's a good tactic you took there.
Yeah. And that was not me having Tourette's, and that's why I was in the psych ward. I was just trying to have some sort of an abnormality to gain his trust.
Yeah.
Because if I just walked over there all cool and handsome, he'd be like, who the fuck is this guy? I gotta have something wrong with me a little bit.
It's a known fact that weirdos like weirdos.
Yeah, true. And that's why they're drawn to him. Look at us.
I would take the deal as well. I'd go in.
You want me to ask you so you can do you want me to ask?
Yeah, go ahead and ask me.
So okay, there's this show called Blackbird, and you basically are like the coolest guy ever. And they're like, hey man, you want to go in a psych ward and not have 10 years in prison and try to get Psycho Bill to fucking say some shit to you? Would you do that?
And I'm already in prison when you ask me.
Yeah,
this?
man, you're in there.
I go like this. Yeah, I got the time.
If you can give me a green protein
Say,
shake.
hey, I got plenty of time.
Is he wearing a very clean, tight fitted white t-shirt?
My prison suit is literally gray pants, and I'm wearing an orange, bright blaze orange button up, and I got the collar popped. Yeah, I got the time. And then they transfer me over there. I'm in the psych ward, and I'm like, oh shit, it's Psycho in here for show.
Where's Bill at?
Where is this motherfucker? Oh, there he is. I walk over to him while he's eating his hot mashed potatoes. He's got his hands all burning. He's eating the mashed potatoes with his hands. I walk over.
Wait, he's not even putting them in his mouth. He has some sort of weird absorbent thing with his hands.
He's just playing with them.
He's playing, it's slowly absorbing in his hands. Is what you're saying?
I say, yo, I heard your name's Psycho Bill, but you'll make me psycho smile. And he's thinking, damn, this guy's confident. And he's cool. I might just make friends with this guy. So I say, yo, Psycho Bill, the way you eating those mashed potatoes, man, never seen that in my life. I'd like you to take me under your wing, man.
Show me.
Dude. The way you're doing that is popular. Eventually, I compliment him enough. He learns that I'm trying to learn from him. Yeah. Eventually, he tells me the whole confession. After I get the confession, I say, yo, those people you murdered, it's fucked up. Slap him across the face. I say, yo, coppers, I got it. I'm out of there. Next day, I'm driving a Ferrari playing poker. I say, next prison mission.
Prison 2.
Oh, my Lord.
Wait a second. So, what your goal? You're trying to show Psycho Bill affection so he trusts you?
No. You imply that you need guidance. And you also compliment him. He goes, oh, I like this kid. Maybe he's got potential to be a killer like me. I'll teach him.
Yeah. And then like
you have to grab the mashed potatoes.
Yeah, but like
with your
it's not right away. He's like, yeah, man. So like how you got, like, I don't know how you got in here, but how I got in here is like I was playing. I played with these guys' brains like I did these mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
And they were like so scalding hot. Their brains were scalding hot with knowledge, and that's what those potatoes feel like when I put them in my hands. And that's the only thing that keeps me alive is holding these mashed potatoes, these burning fucking hot mashed potatoes in my hands like a brain.
And as I'm looking at you, I'm like, mashed potatoes? That's easy.
How about I throw a baby carrot in there?
Hey, where's the gravy?
I'll hold the potatoes while you pour the gravy in my mouth, big boy.
Hey, we friends now? Thought so. Oh, my lordy.
He's like, he's like this. I'm drooling on myself.
Yo, Psycho Bill, man. Stop drooling on yourself. The guards are going to think it's weird.
Only way you get knockaroo. Look, by he's got a bunch of drooling minions. Only way you get knockaroo in the psych ward is you put your hands in these hot potatoes and you take the gravy in the butt like the rest of us.
And I'm like, that's all? That's cool. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Except this gravy, it's made of nails.
Oh my lordy. Man, these hypotheticals are just they're just so interesting.
I mean, hey guys in the chat, what would you guys do?
If you're in the chat, let us know what you would do.
Let us know what your response would be to Crazy Bill. his crazy idea of how you get in the crew.
Yeah.
Is you grip the freaking hot potatoes.
If you're listening to the
gravy in the butt.
If you're listening to this podcast, let us know what you would do if you were in a prison situation where you had to put your hands in hot mashed potatoes and gravy. Do you have any announcements for the podcast?
No, dude, I'm so glad. Oh man, I'm so glad you didn't have to like put your hand in like hot, like tomato soup or something.
Yeah.
Like, hey man,
I'm glad you never went to prison.
Pretend your hands are Texas toast and dip them in that tomato soup.
Yeah.
That's how you do with it.
I don't like tomato soup, so I don't know.
I don't even know. I just think that here's my announcement. If you want to freaking drink your food, just make a smoothie. Don't be making soup. What the fuck?
Soup's good sometimes, bud.
Oh my God.
You would like a good chunky soup that you had to chew a little bit.
It has to be super chunky.
The reason we're saying this before we close the podcast, Poppy doesn't like liquidy, wet food.
Mm-mm.
He says if it's liquidy enough, just drink it.
If it's more liquidy than... Where's my line at? If it's more liquidy... Well, I think what happens, I was scarred as a kid because my neighbor would pour hot tea on his... He would put 16 tablespoons of sugar on 9 pieces of bread on a plate stacked up on top of each other. And then he'd pour hot tea over it, and then he'd eat the pieces of bread. And I thought, I am never going to eat that much liquid ever in my life.
That's the weirdest concoction.
And then his brother would be like, I'm going to eat cocoa wheats every morning. I was like,
yeah, not so weird.
Why are these people just eating drinks? Cocoa wheats are just a milkshake that doesn't have enough milk in it.
It's a cereal.
It's all shake. The way he ate it wasn't.
Gross.
It like turns in, it's a sludge. Cocoa wheats are like a sludge.
Maybe I'm thinking just like Cocoa Pebbles.
No, you're thinking of Cocoa Puffs. Cocoa wheats is like a powder. And you put it in a bowl and put milk in it, and you stir it all up, and it's like this. It's like sand.
I hate powder sand.
It's literally sand.
Like cat litter?
Yeah.
Gross.
And it like bunches up.
It's disgusting.
Speaking of cat litter, this is my only last announcement. My cat likes that the litter box rotates, so he gets in it just to pee this much, gets out, watches it rotate, it's clean again, so he goes in again. He just keeps getting in and out.
Really?
He pees like 1,800 times a day.
Wow.
I mean, okay, not 1,800. That's an exaggeration. He probably pees 30 times a day.
Wow. I don't even pee that much. Give us a follow on Instagram, Today's Pray. Give us a follow on TikTok, Today's Pray Podcast. Give us a follow on YouTube and subscribe to our channel. And we are out.